Shalom. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon. I don't know what time of the day is it in your neck of the woods. It's evening here in Middle Tennessee, where I'm located at. But I want to come to you today and talk about something that's been weighing down deeply and heavily on my heart and soul. Um, I'm not sure that people are really safe around here in this country right here called America. This Donald Trump's proposal to eliminate 3 million people off the food stamp program, the food stamp assistance, the SNAP, the food stamp assistant program. There's a lot of different uh, names and terms they call it, but it's food stamp assistant program is what it is. And it's designed and set up supposed to be designed to set up for those low income families, people living under the poverty mark, people who live paycheck to paycheck. After they pay their rent and mortgage, they can't afford to feed their 3 or 4 children. They can't afford to feed their families. That's what it was designed to set up for. Now, I do realize there are many people out here who used to work for, say, an example, used to make $25+ an hour up here working for General Motors or someplace like that in the manufacturing industry, manufacturing automobiles or something. They worked there for 15, 20, 24 years or something, making big bucks. I'm talking 20, $25+ by the hour. But now General Motors has, what they've done, the corporation of General Motors, is buy out all of these high paying workers who make $25+ an hour, force them out, buy them out, and bring in younger workers and pay them $12 to $14 an hour. That's the going rate for America manufacturing industry. That's the way things are going in America in this manufacturing sector. Okay, buy out the high paying workers and bring in the young and pay them $12 or $14 an hour. Pay them half as much in wages by the hour. Okay, so I realize there are people who used to work up at General Motors making big bucks. They live in a $250,000 home, have a swimming pool built in, an in-ground swimming pool built into their backyard, and have a $25,000 vehicle sitting out here in the driveway. They used to make all these big bucks, $25+ an hour for 15 or 20 years when they worked up at General Motors. But that was 4 or 5 years ago. Now they work as a security guard. They took the buyout. Now they're a security guard making $8-9 an hour, just a little bit over minimum wage. They might try to go up here and apply for food stamp assistance since they only make $8 or $9 an hour. But the thing is, they have too many assets. So somehow some of these high paying workers used to work up at General Motors are gaining free food off the system. They only make $8 or $9 an hour now. They're a security guard. But the thing is, they have the wealth and the finances and the ability to pay for their own food. They can afford it. If they can't afford food, they need to sell their $250,000 home and move into a $100,000 home or an $85,000 home. If they can't afford food, they need to sell off their $25,000 vehicle and buy a used $5,000 vehicle. Now, people who like that, who try to gain off the system, that should be a crime. That needs to be stopped. But there are people out here, people living under the poverty mark, people who have 3 or 4 children at home, live paycheck to paycheck. After they pay their rent and mortgage, they can't afford to buy food for the children. They can no longer feed their families. That's what it's designed for. Now, these 3 million people that Donald Trump proposes to cut off food stamps assistance. Now, are they the right individuals, the right families, or the wrong ones? I'm not so convinced. I believe that Mr. Trump does not have the proper blueprint in place to defend those living in poverty and who need the food stamp assistance. Out of those 3 million, how many people who truthfully and honestly need food stamp assistance are we scrapping and cutting out? Because now they might. What do you do if you live paycheck to paycheck and all of a sudden you don't have any food on the table? What do you do? I'm going to tell you what they're going to do. They're going to be forced to go up here and dig through the dumpster, see what they can salvage to feed their children, put food on the table for the kids and their babies. You can tell the character of a country by how it treats its poorest citizens. You can tell what kind of a country that really is by how it treats those who are living well under the poverty line. Sure can. Yeah. Shalom. Shalom.